You're with Karen on Accentuate the Positive Radio, and I have Leon Nacson on the phone, who is the Managing Director of Hay House Australia. Hi, Leon, how are you?
How are you?
Doing great to talk with you on radio. Now, tell people who don't know what Hay House Australia is, what is Hay House Australia?
Well, Hay House internationally is the biggest self-help publishing house in the world.
Yeah.
We represent Louise Hay and Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, just about every well-known and admired author in the world in the field of healthy lifestyles.
I think a lot of people who listen to my show know who Louise Hay is, because I've played Louise a bit of some snippets from her DVD, You Can Heal Your Life. We've had many listeners ring up and say, oh, I love that, could you play more? So Louise started this as a part of her expansion into self-help and evolution and enlightenment, I suppose.
She was 60 years old. She thought she'd like to write down some ideas on how to plant the seeds of positive affirmations and how you can turn your life around by just changing your thinking. What happens is if you change your thinking, you change your universe.
Absolutely.
And so she started writing these ideas down, and she put together it was a small brochure, then it developed into a big brochure, then it developed into a big book, and she sold, I think, 100 million copies around the world and translated in 37 languages. And then from there started the biggest self-help publishing house in the world.
I know, fantastic. I have to say I am a big fan of Louise, and I've met her many times, and when I was a young girl I used to carry her little pamphlet around in my handbag. It was like put my wallet and my Louise Hay's book in my handbag. I think she's amazing. And it is the biggest self-help publishing company in the world. It just says, Leon, that this is expanding this knowledge and the people that want to know it, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And the thing about it is we've always had the knowledge and the concepts throughout the ages.
Absolutely.
It's just that now we're able to articulate it better and we're able to communicate it better through social media platforms, websites, radio, television. The knowledge has always been there, the wisdom has always been there.
Yeah. But
now we've gone from sending it around on carrier pigeons to sending it around the airways.
The airways, absolutely. Yeah. And the kids, the young people of today are so tapped in, turned on, tuned into this message. They really are.
Yeah. Well, there's apps now and there's websites and so many places you can go to get instantly information.
And affirmations. I know that Louise has the app for the affirmations, positive affirmations.
Yeah, and books and card decks. It's all available in any format that you desire.
I know, it's fantastic. Yeah. And what's your journey with all this? Because I met you a long time ago when you had the Planet,
the Planet newspaper.
The Planet newspaper.
Yeah. So we decided to join forces and set up Hay House Australia, Louise and I.
Yes.
And over the years, we've presented some of the most incredible people on stage.
You have?
Deepak Chopra and Wayne Dyer, John Edward, Eckhart Tolle, Doreen Virtue, just the leading lights of the self-help movement.
Absolutely.
And now we're busy heading into the new dimension of publishing with e-books and the new platforms that are available, without forgetting our traditional bookstores and the trade. It's so important to make sure that we keep as many bookstores as open as we can for as long as possible.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever die out. I mean, they'll definitely reduce in numbers, but they'll never die out.
The cream rises to the surface. All the best ones, all the best traders will be there, because it's a great place to just sort of walk through and just see something you've never read before. All of a sudden, it's instant wisdom.
Instant wisdom. Don't you love that? Instant wisdom. Oh, fantastic. And Hay House has a I Can Do It weekend workshop coming up.
Yes. Once a year, we do our best to bring at least 8 of the top authors from around the world and present them over a weekend. this year Louise is coming, and Cheryl Richardson, Don Miguel, who wrote the 4 Agreements.
The 4 Agreements, yeah.
And Susie Orman, who we all know from Oprah.
Oprah, the money lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's got her own television program on CNN on finance and money, and she's written a great book called Women and Money.
Yes.
And so she'll be detailing the information out of the book. Doreen Virtue, our angel lady.
Yeah.
Neil Donald Walsh, who wrote Conversations with God. And Robert Holden, the happiness guru.
It's an incredible lineup, Leon. An incredible line. Are there any Australians amongst them, or they're all overseas people?
Well, on this occasion, I think I'm the only Australian.
You're talking. And, of course, you're the dream man. You talk about dreams, and you have a book.
I'm known as a dream coach.
The dream coach,
yeah. And because I don't interpret dreams and I don't analyse dreams, I coach people to the point where they can do it themselves. Right. Like a music coach or a football coach, you can be told where the chords are and where the notes are, but you've got to play your own music.
Absolutely.
A football coach, you can be taught how to pass the ball and where, what position you should be in at a certain time, but you've got to score your own goals. You've got to do your own tackles. And so a dream coach, I can explain the background of a dream and how to decode it in different segments, and then you work out yourself what the meaning is, because you're the best dream interpreter there is.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the first thing you need to do is, if you've got any dream dictionaries lying around, put them in the recycling bin. See if you can get a useful purpose for them, because dream dictionaries, unless they're personal, are useless to the individual. So you get one of those blank exercise books with the A to Z, like the address books you can buy at any stationer, and create your own dream dictionary. Start at A, what does an apple mean to me?
Yes.
B, what does a bridge mean to me? Because if you go to the classic dream dictionaries, they look up apple, it means health. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. But you and I know it's most probably something to do with your iPhone or your computer. Yes. It's got nothing to do with health.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's like you missed out on your iPad, or you're waiting for iPad 3 or iPad 5 to come out, and there's anxiety over that, and that's what the dream is about, nothing to do with health or the dentist. And
so you teach people to be conscious or deliberate dreamers, maybe, as well as deliberate creators.
Well, we all dream every single night, and we dream, in different forms constantly. But I try to ask people to try and sort out the dreams. See, a dream is like an onion. There are all different layers and all different purposes and aspects. Some dreams are just there to manufacture memory. After some of them problem solve. The majority are there to balance your moods. We usually never wake up with knowledge from a dream. We wake up with a feeling. Yes. And it's more important to explore the feeling than the symbol. For example, if you dreamt of a policeman, you need to explore the feeling, because on one day you could have got a parking ticket and you're annoyed. On another day, you're looking for your car in a deserted parking lot and a police car comes by and you feel relieved and secured. And so on a different day, you feel differently about exactly the same symbol. So explore the feeling. You could know somebody on the following day that joins the police force, and then the symbol varies one more time because it may be concerned.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff, and you'll be talking about all about this in depth at the I Can Do It weekend.
I'll do my best because there's a limited time, because I've got every guru on the planet arriving.
I've got every guru on the planet arriving.
If anyone's interested, I've got an app or a ebook, and it's so inexpensive. It's only like $2.
Great.
And if you go to the iTunes store or Kindle, and it's called Mastering Dreams in 21 Days, and you can download that, And that gives you all the information to become the best dream interpreter you'd ever want.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It sounds wonderful. Now, Leon, you've been in this industry. What do you call this industry? New Age? I don't like the name New Age. It is
personal development.
Personal development for a long time.
Yeah.
Who do you think are amongst the best Australian teachers?
David Phillips, when he was alive, was incredible. Judith White, who started in Essence aromatherapy, is a real leader. Yasmin Boland, you can see her every weekend in Body and Soul, the lift out. She's the best astrologer I've ever met. Lucy Cavendish, great, fantastic white
witch,
tarot, those fields.
What about in the field of mind, body science and deliberate creation and teachers like that in Australia? Who do you uphold? Sort of like Louise teaches.
Charles Coves is really good. He wrote Passionate People Produce.
Right, okay.
Yeah. This wonderful. And you know who's really fantastic for a younger generation? Miranda Kerr. She wrote a book called Treasure Yourself, and the power of thoughts for her generation, my generation and Louisa's generation. We've got lots of inspirational books and information, but Miranda has regurgitated the information to suit the Y generation.
Well, that's surprising. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that. There you go, Miranda Kerr.
Yeah, it's called Treasure Yourself.
Yeah,
fabulous book.
Yeah,
if anyone's got a daughter or a granddaughter or a niece,
what age
or
group?
Nephew, anyone sort of 20 and under,
right.
Sort of 15 to 20.
That's great advice. I'm going to go out and get it for my nieces.
Yeah, and it is so well written because who she is. I'm sure they'll accept the information.
Yes, absolutely.
More readily than Louise, who's 85.
Yeah.
So Miranda's great.
Oh, that's great advice. That's great. I'm going to go and get that for my nieces. They'll love it. A 15-year-old and an 11-year-old, they'll love it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think my 21-year-old might be a bit past Miranda Kerr. But,
why don't I send some to give away to your listeners?
That'd be fantastic.
Okay, so I'll send you 4.
That's great.
If there's any of your listeners out there that want to become a Hay House author, we have a writer's workshop happening in August where someone who's attending the event will receive a $5,000 advance and a worldwide contract with Hay House. Yes. The best synopsis that we receive from the people attending, we'll publish it.
Fantastic.
Last year we ran the event and we couldn't split the 2 best, and so we published both.
And what was the topic for the books?
One was a reprogramming or rewiring your mind so that you'll end up with a whole different mindset. It's a way to release all the baggage that you're hanging on to and reprogramming yourself.
Limited programming, yeah.
Yeah. And the second one was getting real about having it all. And it's
is that the name of the book? Getting real about having it all?
Yeah.
Who was the first author with rewiring the programming?
Rewiring Your Brain is by Martina and Susan Pierce.
Right. And getting real about having it all, I love that. Who's that?
Magna Cameron.
Magna Cameron.
Yeah. They'll be out next year, so...
They'll be out next year. So the people that wrote, were they young girls or were they middle-aged or older?
They're all young to me, but... yeah, because I'm 65, so they're all young.
Oh, darling, you don't look a day over 50.
Thanks. But it's open. Look, there was a 14-year-old who wrote a book on bullying, and it went really well all around the world. And she went to New York and presented a copy to the UN anti-bullying people. And so, all sorts of people come to these workshops. As long as the subject is empowering, positive, and enlightening, then we'll publish it.
We've got a radiothon drive on at the moment, and Hay House, or you, Leon, have kindly offered a double pass to the I Can Do It.
Yep.
I Can Do It weekend, which is when? It's in August?
Yeah, in August.
So that's fantastic. I want to thank you so much because that's worth nearly $600, isn't it?
Yep. It'll be a true transformational weekend.
Absolutely.
With all those incredible authors that will be presenting over the weekend, it's going to be a life-changing weekend, and it's a program that will never be repeated because you can never get the same authors again under one roof.
Absolutely, and it is. I know many of the authors and have met them personally, and it is really a power lineup. I haven't met Don Miguel.
Yeah.
That he would be fabulous to
Yeah,
meet.
well, it'll be the first time that he visits Australia.
Wow.
And he wrote a book called The Four Agreements. And if you can follow these 4 simple agreements, you will never have a relationship problem ever again as long as you live. Do you want to hear the 4 of them?
Yep.
Never judge or assume.
Yes.
Never take anything personally.
Yes.
Always speak impeccably about yourself.
Yes.
And whatever you do it passionately.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'd have to say, always speak impeccably about yourself, and I would add to that, and your partner.
Well, it's 4 agreements that you make with yourself.
Yeah.
Now, outside those 4 agreements, of course, you don't want to judge or assume anything of anyone.
Yeah.
But the biggest sins we commit are the ones against ourselves.
Yeah.
People are so hard on themselves.
Absolutely.
Like, you hear people say, I'm useless.
Yep.
I keep on losing my car keys, and I can't remember names, and I'm hopeless with directions. They would never, ever say that about another individual or say that to an individual, but they're willing to say it to themselves.
It's true.
What if you said, well, I misplaced my car keys? Because in all our lives, not many of us actually lost any car keys, but we misplaced them.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't remember names, as names are difficult to remember when you meet so many people. But you can say, I don't remember names, but I recall faces. I never forget a face.
Yes.
And sure, I might get confused about my directions from time to time, but I got my navigation system, and also when I get lost, I find the most interesting places. So that's speaking impeccably about yourself.
Yes.
Then it rubs off to partners and friends and everyone else, but it's got to start. First, you've got to stop beating yourself up, and then you'll stop criticising others.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I so agree. Fantastic advice, Leon. Thank you so much for that fantastic advice.
My pleasure. And I look forward to seeing someone at the I Can Do It event.
When is the date of the I Can Do It weekend?
The 25th and 26th of August. And it's at Darling Harbour. Great venue, plenty of parking, plenty of fine things
and
to eat.
It's a weekend workshop, so it starts at, 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, 9 till 5 on Saturday and Sunday.
9 to 5 on Saturday.
Great book signing opportunities in the lunch hour, so you actually get a chance to get close to all the authors.
Oh, darling, thanks so much for coming on FM 99.3 and chatting with us about this. And thank you for your giving away the 2 tickets, and you're going to give us some books, so
yep.
That's fantastic from Hay House to give away to our listeners and our subscribers. So, honey, thank you again.
My pleasure, anytime at all.
Thanks, Leon. Bye. That was Leon Nacson, the Managing Director of Hay House Australia. Isn't he great?